Have you ever found yourself stuck in that eerie silence, wondering if she's also making no contact? The waiting, the overthinking. Your mind is playing a cruel game. What if she's sitting there just as silent, wondering the same thing about you? Does it mean it's over? Does it mean she doesn't care anymore? Or maybe, just maybe, it's all part of something deeper. Here's the truth. Doing nothing doesn't mean nothing is happening. If she's also making no contact, this isn't the time to panic or break the silence out of fear. It's the time to step into your power. Because of the way you handle this moment, it says everything about who you are and what kind of man you're becoming. In this video, I will reveal exactly what you should do if she's mirroring your silence. It's not about manipulation or quick fixes. It's about showing up as the best version of yourself. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to stay calm, composed, and in control, even when the silence feels deafening. Let's dive in. Number one, you're not responsible for her silence. Her silence isn't a reflection of you, it's a reflection of her own journey. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is where Stoicism shines. It teaches us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and emotions, not the actions of others. Think of it this way. Imagine a storm raging outside. You can't stop the rain or control the thunder, but you can seek shelter and protect your inner peace. Her silence is that storm. It could be fear, confusion, or even her own healing process, but it's not your burden to bear. You might feel the sting of rejection, but let me tell you a story. Epictetus, born a slave, suffered physical abuse daily, yet he rose to become a great philosopher because he mastered the art of inner freedom. He didn't let others' actions define his worth, and neither should you. Her silence isn't your responsibility to fix. It's your responsibility to focus on your growth. The moment you stop chasing answers and start building your own foundation, you'll realize something powerful. True strength isn't in breaking the silence, it's in thriving despite it. Number two, it's not a game of who wins. The silence isn't a battlefield where one person emerges victorious. It's not about who breaks first or who proves a point. As Seneca said, "He who suffers before it is necessary suffers more than is necessary." This isn't a competition of endurance, but an opportunity to rise above ego and fear. Let me share a story. A man once lost his wife in a tragic accident. Consumed by grief, he realized he had spent too much of their relationship focused on winning petty arguments instead of truly connecting. He vowed to live differently, valuing peace over pride, but it was too late. His story is a haunting reminder. The silence isn't about winning, it's about reflection and growth. In relationships, playing games only deepens the gap. The Stoics remind us to focus on virtue, not validation. Instead of asking, "How do I win?" ask yourself, "How do I become better?" True strength isn't about breaking her or waiting her out. It's about breaking free from the need to control outcomes. Number three, stop letting it get to you. Her silence only has the power you give it. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you let her silence consume you, you're handing over control of your peace, your happiness, and your life. But you don't have to live like that. Picture a ship caught in a storm. The crew doesn't panic, they steady themselves and focus on what they can control. Why? Because letting the storm get to them only leads to destruction. Your situation is no different. Her silence might feel like a storm, but it's up to you to anchor yourself. Think of a man who loses everything in a tragedy, his family, his home. At first he crumbles, letting the weight of his loss crush him. But over time, he learns that his strength lies not in what he's lost, but in how he rebuilds. He moves forward, not by ignoring the pain, but by refusing to let it define him. You have that same power. Her silence doesn't define your worth or your future. Focus on your growth, your peace, and your purpose. The moment you stop letting it get to you, you take back your strength. Number 4, your silence is saying more than words. Sometimes silence is the loudest statement you can make. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Your silence isn't just the absence of words, it's a testament to your strength, maturity, and ability to remain composed in uncertainty. Imagine a warrior standing still on the battlefield, not out of fear, but out of confidence. His silence says, "I know my worth, and I won't act impulsively." That's the power your silence holds. It speaks of your self-respect and your commitment to growth, regardless of her response. Think of Viktor Frankl, who endured the horrors of concentration camps. Amid unimaginable suffering, he chose silence over despair, focusing on finding meaning in his suffering. His silence wasn't passive, it was a statement of inner resilience. In the same way, your silence shows her and the world that you're not driven by desperation, but by purpose. Let your silence be a reminder. You're focused on becoming better, not bitter. Number 5, every day is a win for you. Every day you resist the urge to break the silence is a victory for your growth. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." This isn't just about her, it's about you proving to yourself that you can endure, grow, and thrive. Picture a man climbing a mountain. Each step is painful, his legs burn, and the summit seems unreachable. But every inch gained is a triumph, a testament to his resilience. That's you right now. Each day you stay strong in silence, you're climbing closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Consider Nelson Mandela. During 27 years in prison, he found strength in patience and discipline. Each day behind bars wasn't wasted. It was a step toward the leader he became. Your silence isn't emptiness, it's progress. Every day you focus on your goals, passions, and self-respect is a day you win. Keep climbing. The summit is worth it. Number 6, the changes she can't see. While the silence lingers, something powerful is happening within you. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no time in arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The changes you're making now, your growth, discipline, and strength, may be invisible to her, but they're transforming you into someone she wouldn't recognize. Imagine a caterpillar. To the outside world, it looks lifeless in its cocoon, but inside, it's undergoing a complete transformation. That's you. While she may not see your progress, every day you spend improving yourself, mentally, emotionally, physically, you're becoming something extraordinary. Take J.K. Rowling's story. She hit rock bottom, divorced, broke, and raising a child alone. But in that darkness, she built herself up, penning a story that changed the world. She didn't seek validation, she sought growth. Focus on your transformation. The changes she can't see now will one day be impossible to ignore, not for her, but for the world. Number 7, freedom comes from letting go. True freedom isn't about holding on, it's about letting go. Epictetus taught, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is gained by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Clinging to the hope of her response binds you, but releasing it liberates you. Picture a man trying to hold on to sand. It slips through his fingers, leaving him frustrated. But when he lets go, his hands are free to hold something greater. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means freeing yourself to focus on what truly matters, your growth, your peace, your purpose. Consider the story of Job from the Bible. He lost everything, his family, his wealth. But when he let go of despair and trusted the process, he found a deeper strength and was blessed beyond his imagination. When you let go of needing her to fill the silence, you reclaim your power. Freedom isn't found in waiting for her, it's found in becoming whole without her. Number 8, what if she never reaches out? What if she never comes back? Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Her silence, her choice, is beyond your control, but your response is yours alone. Imagine a soldier who loses his way home after the war. Does he crumble? No, he rebuilds. He learns to create a new path, a new life. You're that soldier. Her not reaching out doesn't mean the end. It's a chance for your rebirth. Think of Helen Keller, who faced unimaginable silence, blind and deaf from infancy. Yet she transformed her life into one of immense inspiration, showing the world that what happens to us matters far less than how we rise from it. If she never reaches out, it's not your loss. It's an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and freer. Her absence doesn't define you, your response does. Number 9, this is about you, not her. This silence isn't about her, it's about you reclaiming your power. Marcus Aurelius said, you have to assemble your life yourself, action by action. Her actions don't define you. This journey is about building yourself, not waiting for validation from someone else. Think of a phoenix rising from ashes. The fire isn't about what was destroyed, it's about what's reborn. Your focus should be on who you're becoming, stronger, wiser, and more resilient because of this experience. Consider Oprah Winfrey, who was fired early in her career and told she wasn't fit for TV. She didn't focus on those who doubted her. She focused on proving her own worth. That mindset built an empire. This chapter in your life is your transformation, not a reaction to her silence. Stop looking outward, look inward, and realize this is your time to rise. Number 10, learn to love the uncertainty. Uncertainty is the space where growth happens. Seneca taught, no man is free who is not master of himself. In the unknown, we find the opportunity to shape ourselves, to test our limits, and to live fully in the moment. Think of the story of Abraham Lincoln. He faced an uncertain future. His country was torn apart by civil war, and his personal life was filled with tragedy. Yet he didn't let the uncertainty paralyze him. He embraced it, using it to become a leader whose impact would shape history. Embrace the uncertainty of her silence. It's not something to fear, but something to grow from. Life is full of unanswered questions, but it's how you respond to them that determines who you become. Just like a sculptor sees the final form in a block of stone, uncertainty is the canvas of your next great transformation. Number 11, conclusion. In the end, it's not her silence that matters, it's your response. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You are the author of your story. This journey of silence, pain, and uncertainty is your path to growth. Think of the great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, who faced war, loss, and personal struggles, yet found peace within themselves. They didn't wait for external circumstances to change. They changed themselves. You have the same power to transform, no matter the challenge you face. So, take control. Use this moment as a springboard for your own growth. Don't wait for her or anyone to dictate your peace. Focus on becoming your best self. If this message resonated with you, subscribe and share your thoughts below. Let's walk this journey together. You're not alone. Embrace the silence, embrace the growth.